I mean what I said.
But you yada over the best part.
Yeah! What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's another episode of the Yada Yada Podcast, episode 126. We here on another Sunday, man. Sunday afternoon, a rainy Sunday in Kansas City, but a beautiful one nonetheless. The kid Joe Cornell in the building. We got Nelso here. We got our podcast MVP, Sebastian, behind the cameras once again. And of course, man, we got somebody filling in, man. We got the homie, Keeno, filling in for Black Hyphy today. This is not the same person. Do not let that title fool you. Yeah, this is not Black Hyphy.
He's here in spirit, though.
Yes.
He is.
He has some business to attend today with one mic stand, so he couldn't make it today. But we got Keeno here.
Yo,
what's up, man? Welcome to the pod. First time on the pod.
Yeah, thank you for having me, bro. Like, this feels amazing. Like, I'm excited to be here.
We're in the garden, Keeno.
We are in the fucking garden.
We're in the garden!
Yo, Knicks, y'all need to win the game tonight. Please do.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna watch the game because I got better shit to do at this point. Y'all dropped 2 at home. I'm not that committed no more. I'm not gonna piss myself off. I actually like being happy. I enjoy happiness. I like...
You would never survive being a soccer fan.
Yeah. See, like, I ain't gonna lie, man.
You're not
like,
built for it.
I'm just not built for the sports fandom no more, man. It's just too much stress for something I don't even gamble on.
Well, something that will be stress-free in this upcoming week will be...
the Yada Yada anniversary!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, drop
yes,
a bomb,
sir.
Sebastian.
Here, I got it.
Thank you, Andre. You know, it's a celebration, y'all. 7 years in Kansas City. We're going to be celebrating June 1st, 12 to 3 p.m. at 1219 Union Ave. That's in the West Bottoms, right next to the ship. We're going to have brunch, breakfast burritos. We're going to have some mimosas, and we're going to have some good music provided by yours truly and Sammy Sheets. So it's going to be a good time. Next week, 12 to 3, pre-sale tickets are $10, so cop that, because it will be $20 at the door, because we are giving y'all food and mimosas. That's also not free, though. Don't get that twisted.
Now, Joe.
What's up?
Last time you did a set at this location, motherfuckers could smoke. Now, can motherfuckers smoke in the location?
Motherfuckers cannot smoke.
Oh, my God.
But it's all good. You can go outside. It's going to be a nice
it's right
day.
there. Yeah, it's going to be a nice day.
Yeah, it ain't nothing but a skip and a hop downstairs.
Literally.
And then you come right back up. We back in the vibes. But that was also a cannabis event.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, different stipulations, different rules. But we want to be able to have some mimosas because it's a brunch event. So, like,
Can't have alcohol and weed at the same spot.
Yeah, you can't. You literally can't do that.
Yeah. In Missouri.
Yeah, so
it's either one or the other.
We decided to do mimosas instead. So we're gonna have some good drink. If you want to smoke, bring some smoke. Step outside real quick. Have your moment. Come back in. Enjoy the vibes. It's gonna be a great time. I was working on my set last night, feeling really good about it.
What's your favorite song to play in the set?
My favorite song to play in the set?
Yeah.
It really kind of varies. But something that I play a lot is Matinee by Keeno.
Ooh, yes. Thank God.
Yeah, that's one I kind of go back to. I find myself kind of throwing that in the sets when I'm putting something together. Because it's a very easy song to just blend and mix with.
Yeah. I feel like my favorite song by Keeno, like, whenever I want to get hype, is, like, Clink.
Clink.
I love that song so much. I don't know why. It's just, all she wanna do is drink. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're right, Keeno. Yeah. That I do. But, you know, it's actually pretty well that we're doing this today's episode in the Garden in New York, the Big Apple. Because the Knicks may not be winning, but somebody in New York is winning big time right now. Of course, the last pod we was talking about the battle happening, and so much happened since the last pod, man. Joey Badass ran it up on the West Coast, and if you watched the last pod, we was talking about how Joey Badass was down. He was getting his ass beat. All it took was 14 hours for Joey to rewrite that narrative.
Yeah.
And he won the battle.
Is it done? Is it?
Oh, it's definitely done.
He Thanos'd it?
Yeah.
He snapped his fingers?
Because I think how he moved, because like My Town was the first track he dropped, which was Sunday Night, and that was more directed towards Daylight, which was, you know, pretty clever. He gave Daylight his own song, and he gave Ray Vaughn a couple of shots in that as well. But that one was mostly directed towards Daylight. And then he brought in the fact that he brought in Loaded Lux at the end, who, you know, Daylight and Lux have been trying to battle in the URL scene, but, you know, one reason or another it hasn't happened yet. Mm-hmm. So that was a pretty cool checkmate move by Joey Badass. And then on top of that, Daylight sampled Welcome to New York City by Joel Santana and Cameron on the song he dropped earlier that day.
Yeah.
And so Joey flipped Welcome to New York City at the end of My Town as well. Like, welcome to New York City, home of the 9/11. Like, he hit the Joel Santana flow from that same song. So he flipped that sample back on Daylight. So that was another checkmate move. And so I think that was a really good response to Daylight because Daylight is a really great battle rapper. Now, Now, when it comes to making music, that's one thing, but that's the stigma with battle rappers. But
Yeah.
he's a great battle rapper, so I thought he'd be a lot for Joey. But Joey, I think that was a great response to really just kind of move him out the way. And then Crash Dummy drops the next day. And this one's directed at Ray Vaughn. And this one right here, I think, was the one that solidified it.
Okay.
And I think this was the one that really just showed, yeah, Joey won. Because despite the odds of everybody going against Joey in this moment, he turned that shit up. He never ran. He didn't mention, like, hey, y'all jumping me. Like, why does it take all y'all to go against me? He just stood his ground, handled his business, and he turned the fuck up. And that's how I want Joey to rap. That's what I've been wanting from Joey all year long. And I'm kind of upset it took 5 songs to do it, but I'm glad he finally got there. I'm glad this helped wake Joey Badass up, man. Because I know Joey can do so much more than what he's been offering us the last 5, almost 10 years. But so it's good to see him finally wake up and sharpen that pen and really just put, feet to ass.
So what do you think is next for Joey Badass after winning this beef? Then
is he back to music?
Yeah, it's is now there going to be a new album? Like, is there going to be like a new summer hit for the people?
So I'm glad you said that because Jeremy Heck, shout out to Jeremy Heck, big friend of the pod. You know what to do, Andre.
Shout out to Joe Corner Joe.
That's why we pay that. That's why we pay the man the big bucks. That's why we pay him the big bucks. Cut the check to Andre Nelson.
Man.
But so Jeremy Heck has a new segment where he does, I believe it's called Sound Check, where he'll sit down with artists, play some music, and they'll decide which song they prefer, and then he has to guess what's their favorite song by the end of it, right? So he had Joey Badass on there right before they did the Red Bull Cypher, or right before they put it out. And he asked Joey, do we got any new music coming? And Joey said he's working on something, and he wants to have it out by the latest August 30th, which is the Grammy deadline.
Okay.
So he is working on the album, and so I hope that energy he has in this battle carries over to this new project, because I think he needs a great album now. It doesn't have to be a classic, but he needs a great body of work, because I feel like he hasn't had that in almost 10 years.
What if he puts together something like a Killer Mike, like a sleeper, sneak in the back door, best rap album type shit?
That'd probably be the best situation, because if it was like a Mike situation with the Killer Mike album, I think the reason that made it up there because it was just so acclaimed in the hip hop circles. Yeah. So I think if Joey were to go that route,
and he been needing one though.
He been needing one for a while.
Because like we were talking about before we started the pod, 2000 was a decent record by him, but I feel like it just kind of was lacking. Like it was cool. It was like a 7.5 honestly. So it's just like we need something that's gonna be great. We need something that's gonna be like, stand the test of time, honestly. That's what I want.
Because he has that one classic. And that was, I do think that was pretty clever on Ray Vaughn's part in the battle to just like really harp on the fact, like, bro, you ain't been hot since 1999, or we ain't cared about you since 1999. I think one of the coolest lines Ray Vaughn said was like, how you have all these legends backing you and you're still boneless. Ooh. And it's like, if Ray Vaughn can say that to you, imagine if somebody like Kendrick says that to you, your peer. Because that's a peer. Like, in a way, Joey and Kendrick are peers.
Can you explain?
So they were coming up around the same time, the blog era. So like right when Kendrick was popping off with Section 80, Joey was popping off with 1999. Yeah. Now, once Good Kid, Mad City dropped, that definitely separated him from everybody else.
I don't know, man. I feel like Joey is more of a peer to, like a Mac Miller or like
that's the same class though, because Mac Miller and Kendrick were in the same freshman class.
Okay, but Joey Badass was more in the class of like Chance the Rapper.
Absol. He was in there with Travis Scott, Schoolboy Q.
They were 2011, and then Chance the Rapper was more 13,
2014, and then Joey was 2013. Yes, you're right. So, but yeah, I feel like Joey Badass and Absol having beef or having a battle, that makes a little bit more sense in my opinion than him and Kendrick. I just don't see what.
He's punching above his weight class,
which I do respect. I think on paper, Kendrick versus Joey Badass on paper looks great. Now, reality, from what we've heard from Joey Badass and what we heard from Kendrick, it's like it wouldn't be a close battle to me personally. But I think maybe if Joey can get amp enough in the moment, maybe he can really just write something amazing that can go par to par with Kendrick. But I haven't heard Joey rap like that in a while to signify like he's ready for that moment. Yeah. Even Crash Dummy. Crash Dummy is a great record towards Ray Vaughn, and it got the job done against Ray Vaughn, but that's not going to clear Kendrick by any means. Like what he had a couple of slick shots in there that I will say that I think were slick enough to where Kendrick will give him a response, whether it's a subliminal, not a whole song though. Yeah. But yeah, nothing Joey Badass showed me in the battle said to me he's ready for whatever Kendrick may bring.
Because we got to remember, Kendrick right now is like in his Michael Jackson era. Like when I said that,
he on God mode.
Yeah. Like he's like
when you eat the mushroom in Mario, you start glowing and shit.
He's like top dog right now. Like, look, no pun intended. He is the top dog right now. But it's just like, bro, I don't know. Like even with Pro Era and what they did, like again, they were a cool collective. They're not touching TDE. Like,
And I think somebody pointed that out. I think it was Rayvon who said, "You got a whole label full of artists that all the blogs look over, or never post about." Or he even pointed out like CJ Fly been trying to have your back in this battle, dog. Please share his shit already. Like, come on.
What about if Joey went back to New York and just did a GNX-esque beat, or not beat, but album, and that was the, I don't know, entry point into getting at Kendrick, where we get all the young niggas from New York, and we gonna go at this nigga.
I mean, I don't think anybody in New York is really on that time. Not the time that Joey's on. I think that's also why a lot of artists...
Maybe that's the problem.
I mean, New York's in a different space now. A lot of artists aren't into rap battling like that no more. So Joey is really one of the last few on the East Coast that will go there. So that's why when we were talking about on the pod, like, who else can we see going at the West Coast on behalf of Joey? There weren't too many names that popped up that really seemed like real contenders, because a lot of people in New York just in their own worlds now.
But that's what I want, and that's kind of when I was talking to Andre about this a couple days ago, because how he was like, I'm bringing back the West and East Coast beef. It's like, bro, that was in the 90s. Like, it's okay for it to not be a thing anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, when Joey Badass is doing it, I'm just like, it's cool. It's cool, like, in the sport. But overall, yeah, like you said, like, a lot of New York niggas just not on that time anymore.
Yeah, like I saw Rome Streets post the Stephen A. clip in response, I guess, to people saying, yo, man, you should help Joey out. And it was just that clip where it goes, hey, I got to let you know something. We don't care.
No, for real. Bro, New York niggas, they want to dance right now.
Yeah, or like Benny the Butcher.
Wait, do that again? No,
Benny the Butcher.
They want to do that.
That's what he was doing in the mosh pit. That's how everybody got sick.
Just know he had no shirt on either.
I didn't. No.
He didn't. But like even Benny the Butcher, somebody asked him about like why he not getting involved with the Joey beef.
He's scared,
and he said, "I'm not even into all that rap battling." But Joey holding it down, and at the time it wasn't looking like the case. But I guess a lot of people felt otherwise. But after My Town and Crash Dummy, to me, it was very clear Joey won.
Maybe that passive shit is the reason why the West Coast came and swept y'all out of there.
Yeah. Because like I don't think there's New York pride in New York, but it's not no New York pride when it comes to like geographical hip-hop terms, I think.
I don't think that they champion the East Coast. They just champion New York.
Yeah.
And they champion, and even further than that, they champion their specific borough more than anything.
So, like, yeah, once you get to New York, now the New York community is broken down into boroughs.
Yep.
So it's not even like a whole community.
Yeah.
It's like sections.
But I feel like Joey has an opportunity to do something where it's like he's working with the past and the present and even, like, I wouldn't say blog. Where would you consider the class of, like, A Boogie and those?
That's SoundCloud.
Yeah, I feel like he has an opportunity to, like, embrace everything and put out a body of work that represents New York right now.
What does Dave East think of all this?
I don't know, man. I only see clips of Dave East. I don't think I've ever heard a song by him.
I haven't.
Literally,
I haven't either.
I would like to know, like, bro. I want to know where he's
actually.
at.
Yeah, where's Dave East there? I feel like that was a good battle for him. Because like I think this was a moment for any rapper in New York that really want to get their name out. To like out there, this was the time to do it. No one stepped up. I mean, outside of CJ Fly and a couple of Pro Era guys.
Yeah.
But no one else from New York was down for that.
Fuck y'all niggas at? Y'all outside?
Fuck y'all niggas at? All this shit, no block.
Yeah, man.
The fuck y'all niggas at?
But I didn't.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
Fuck y'all at?
No, but go ahead.
But I will say, despite Joey coming in with 2 back-to-back haymakers in 14 hours, I think that signified not only him winning, but also because Rayvon hasn't dropped a diss track or response since then. But I will say, I do think Rayvon's response with GoldenEye, because he dropped GoldenEye a little bit after Joey dropped My Town Sunday night.
Yeah.
And so since My Town was more directed at Daylight, there wasn't a lot of shots at Rayvon aside from a few bars here and there. Yeah. But so Rayvon drops his diss track, GoldenEye, and this one is pretty. I like this one a lot when it first dropped because it had a 50 Cent sample with Back Down, and then he took the Diddy angle with Joey Badass. Pause. So, and he really started harping on the Diddy Joey Badass relationship and kind of was just using that as the main driving force behind that track, right? I mean, I think that was clever only because. If you're from New York and you actually have known association with Diddy, like that's just one of the hardest things to shake right now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And so I think that was like a pretty clever way because I thought personally that might box Joey in a corner because that's just such a hard allegation or thing to shake right now with the whole Diddy trial going on.
Yeah.
But the way Joey just kind of Harlem shake through that pressure, no pun intended, like when he dropped Crash Dummy, he's like, oh yeah, bro, I'm not even taking that seriously because yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I was sitting top there, type shit, you know. And we was talking about you actually. He wanted me to help you out and give you a look.
But what about that's funny. What about the angle of you basically made like cop aganda trauma porn basically with the short film that he made?
Oh,
I feel like that's an angle that could have been like pressed and be like,
I mean,
look.
The thing is, who saw it though?
Did y'all watch that movie?
I didn't.
I didn't. Because I would see the talk and the discourse.
Chat, who saw it?
Who saw it, man?
Who saw that Grammy-winning Joey Badass movie?
Please,
Oscar award-winning short film by Joey Badass.
Executive produced by Sean Combs.
Oh my god. Hey,
speak
But
up.
yeah, but I gotta say, man, I do
speak up. Go ahead.
I do salute Ray Vaughn for at least attempting to get in the ring with Joey Badass. I think that was really cool of him, especially because he put out a project I think a little bit before the beef started happening. So, and I've heard great things about that project. I want to check it out myself and see what it's really sounding like. But everyone's raving about it. So, and I think despite losing this battle, I think Ray Vaughn did look pretty good for making his name known. Now, Joey definitely stepped on that shit with Crash Dummy, but I think Ray Vaughn can still bounce back. It was just a good tussle. But there was something he said about it in XXL interview, Ray Vaughn, recently that I thought was kind of interesting. That kind of came off like you waving the white flag out of bitterness because you just didn't like how shit played out. So they asked him XXL about how he felt about the Joey beef and how he felt about the West Coast artists getting involved as well. And he said, I hate that perspective because it makes it feel like people don't respect what I'm doing as much because everybody else is jumping in on him. So it's like when I drop, it don't have the same impact or effect because somebody else just dropped. And it looks like, oh, they're going in over there on the West Coast. I don't like it. That's fun for the sport. That's fun for the sport part of it. But for the culture part of it, if it was just me and Joey head on, then that's like, oh, let them buck. It was okay for some people to get off, I guess. But for me, I can handle Joey on my own. That was a lie. That's a lie. But no matter what, it's going to be perceived differently because if 10 people is coming at you, let's see.
What do you mean by that?
I'll say, yeah, he was the top dog in the situation when it started. He came down off his high horse to me. So it changed me from being an underdog because now he's getting jumped and nobody likes to see nobody get jumped. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying the timing of when everybody from the West Coast cracked off, they cracked off on the second time we sparred. The first time we did it was in January and nobody was paying attention. So now when it's getting covered and people see the numbers and the views, everybody got something to say and want to come battle for the West. I'm not saying don't do that, but now it looks like a certain type of way towards my situation against him.
Again.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
That was the first L I would say Ray Vaughn really took in that battle because that just sounded like a really bitter white flag to me because you was like, I don't know. I just felt
when I did it the first time, nobody cared.
Yeah.
But now everybody wants to do it. Now I don't even matter.
And you, cause it's like, hey man, listen.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when
when
I
I
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
So I thought that was just a really interesting soundbite to his outlook on the whole battle. But to me, it just sounded like there's a little bit of a bitterness in there. It's like it just didn't play out how you wanted to play it, and you lost on top of that. Like I don't think after hearing Crash Dummy, I don't know what else Ray Vaughn could have said to Joey Badass that would make me think, oh man, he's gonna be able to go talk bar for bar with him. Because before that, I think he was keeping up with Joey. But then Joey dropped My Town, and I was like, oh, shit, Joey got some momentum, crazy. And then he dropped Crash Dummy 14 hours later, and I was like, all right, Joey definitely just turned his shit up. And then he had a funeral service at the end of Crash Dummy. Like,
damn, Joey, chill.
Here lies a good dog. What did he say? Ray too soon or gone too soon or something like that?
Man.
Yeah.
Damn, Joe.
I know,
You
right?
badass.
He said,
badass.
y'all think y'all got dirt on me? Y'all think y'all got dirt on me because I buried you? Like, Joey Badass was turned the fuck up, man. I'm glad because Joey Badass needed that moment, man.
So applause for Joey Badass.
Yes, applause for Joey Badass.
Yo, shout out to the badass.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it'd be the Knicks. Or I thought it'd be Joey Badass fucking up the momentum in New York because the Knicks thing. But the Knicks fucked up the momentum for Joey Badass.
Bro,
man,
this is crazy. I think they're cursed. Like you said, it depends on team management or whatever. But nah, the Illuminati has got them at some point. Something's going on.
They're sacrificing the Knicks franchise.
They're getting paid for this.
Hey, We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, fingers
see.
crossed. But
I
just
feel like the Pacers are more cursed than the Knicks, bro.
Nah.
At least the Knicks got chips.
Wait,
the
how are the
Pacers
Phoenix
ain't
Suns,
never.
by the way?
Huh?
How are the Phoenix Suns?
Same as Boston in
know?
Cancun.
Hey, man, you know.
Hey,
fishing.
Shit.
end of the season trophy list, just like Boston. Let's go. All right, now we already kind of discussed should Kendrick respond, but in a world where Kendrick does respond, how intense or how does that impact Joey's, next 6 months?
It just depends on how Kendrick does respond. Like,
Yeah.
if Kendrick just goes in on him, I don't think it'd be anything scathing person wise. I think it'd be more so like he's just gonna bar the fuck up out of Joey, or probably make a song that will make Joey kind of look foolish.
Would it be disrespectful if he didn't even release a formal song and just put out something like at one of his concerts?
Yeah.
Like a snippet.
Just like
That'd be funny. Like, hey, I do got one for you.
literally, just like right here.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, like, so say if he did do that, right, but he
Yeah.
never put it out. I think that would just kind of be I think that would just be a better look for Joey than it would hurt him. Because it's like this guy is teasing that there's a song he made against me. Because that's what Joey wanted. Joey wanted the back and forth, right? So if Kendrick were to make a song that he never put out, but he teased it at the shows, like, that's just like, to me, that would be Kendrick giving Joey a head nod, like, hey, I see you, what you're doing.
Yeah.
I got something for you, but I'm not going to put it out, though. But
What about-
just know it's there.
Yeah, what about like almost like some Jay-Z shit where it's like, I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent?
Yeah.
Like
that
almost
would, yeah.
like that.
See, it would have been great if he did that in New York, though. That would have been great if he did that in New York.
Yeah.
Stepped on that shit. But yeah, I like this. I like how Joey Badass was able to turn the situation around. We were pretty lukewarm on him the start of the year, but I'm glad he was able to turn it up and he was actually able to stand his ground 10v1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny because we were talking about that last episode and I was like, man, I don't. They stomping him out, but I don't think the whole 10v1 thing's really affecting Joey like that. But it's just a good narrative to paint.
Yeah.
Like, I think Joey.
Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga.
Fight back, nigga.
Because when you look at the competition that Joey was going against, the only real threat that I saw from the crowd was Daylight.
Yeah.
Like, AZ Chike wasn't really making diss tracks. He was just making bangers in the name of diss tracks. And then Ray Vaughn was actually trying to get bars off, and Daylight was just trying to tell stories about his time in New York the whole time. So it was just kind of interesting. But once I saw Daylight was just kind of on just bullshit, I was like, all right, so now Ray Vaughn's the only real competition.
Yeah.
And that's easy. Because AZ Chike was kind of halfway into it, but you could tell he wasn't too committed to it.
Yeah.
It was just more like, hey, I said something once, I'll just say something again real quick. Get it off, get it out, we move on. I'm about to be at the fucking SoFi.
Yeah.
I got other shit to worry about.
Literally.
But Ray Vaughn was the one that was mostly going head to head with him. So it never at any point seemed like Joey was like out of his league. It was more so like there's a lot of people here involved, so it might be a little much for him. But I think from a talent standpoint, Joey always had a chance against all of them.
Yeah,
So to see him come out on top like this is not too surprising to me. I'm just a little upset. It took him a while to heat up and then get to that point.
Yeah. I just, again, like, until we get someone like a Kendrick or something, I just don't see this beef really, or, like, really being as impactful as, because, again, we're coming off of last year's Drake and Kendrick beef. Like, that was, like, a one for the ages. But this one is cool, but it's just, like, it's more mellow. Like, it's not as dramatic as.
I mean,
It's for hip hop
I
heads.
get
It's
it.
for people who
Yeah.
are listening.
And I understand that. Yes, absolutely. Like, but I'm just like, again, I really want a Joey Badass album. I want something like,
and that's a good thing.
incredible.
And that's a good thing about the battles. Like now you got excited for a Joey Badass album again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hope that he just carries his energy into the album. Or if he already made the album prior to the battle, scrap that shit and start over. I need you to be in this headspace that you're currently in.
Yeah, honestly.
Because this is probably the best and most focused headspace he's been in since some years now.
Man.
Some years now.
And that Wu-Tang show is over. So where's the music?
I mean,
at, nigga?
Raising Cane is still going.
Okay.
Raising Cane is still
All
going,
right,
man.
all right.
That power money, good money.
All right. All right.
My power
All
money
right.
is good money.
Okay. Speaking of powerful money,
Yeah.
should we take it there? Is your boy a snitch?
Hold on. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I think there's one more thing I wanted to say about the Joey shit. I'm just trying to think what it is. Oh, I had it right there. Damn it. All right, we can go on.
Can you play All About the Benjamins by P. Diddy real quick?
Nah, I'm gonna put price tag.
No, yeah.
All about the money. All right.
Is Kid Cudi a snitch?
Oh, hold on. Oh, my bad. Now I remember. Because you was talking about like this beef being kind of boring or not being as exciting compared to last year.
Yeah.
And so I think it's not as exciting as it was last year because obviously there's not the names of the battle weren't as big as Kendrick and Lamar and Drake. And of course that was a battle that's also been building up for 10 years as well. Like that was something I felt like was going to happen eventually down the line. We just didn't know when because there were two big dogs. Now with this battle, this is like I think this is more of like a traditional hip hop battle than it was like a personal battle like Drake and Kendrick was. So I think that's why this one. I think the Golden Eye Ray Von diss, I thought it was like, okay, I might be going over the line a little bit because now you're talking about, you're insinuating Joey Badass has been, sodomized by Diddy.
Yeah.
If not willingly. You know what I'm saying? According to the song. So it's like, okay, that's a line that's kind of being stepped over because it's like, okay, it's a little bit out of hip hop. But, it was like, as we saw Joey respond, like it was all cool. He wasn't tripping about it. He turned up a little bit more because of it, right? But I think that was just good for the sport to have because I think sometimes you just need motherfuckers to tell people you're trash. Like, tell these motherfuckers they suck. If you're a rapper, especially, too. Because I think that's how you raise the bar. Like, no one wants to tell anybody they're trash anymore because no one competes like that.
Yeah.
So now that since no one's competing like that, we're not having that discourse. Nobody's being challenged to step up their writing or step up their bars. With this battle, we got like 30, 60 diss tracks in a week. So it's like motherfuckers was writing. Motherfuckers was rapping. Like, and that's what we want. And so even though the names aren't as big, it was still really fun just to have that energy in the hip-hop circle. And even if it wasn't for the mainstream audience, the hip-hop fans that actually love this shit got to have that moment. Like, seeing Joey Badass in a rap battle, that's pretty cool to me. Like, in 2012, that was something you always thought you would see because you're like, oh, who's a better rapper, Joey Badass or so-and-so, when he was, like, young and popping like that. So to finally see him in that arena and actually battle out and duke it out and see how he handles it and how he came out on top, I think that was a great thing.
Hell yeah. Okay, bet. Yeah, no. But again, wasn't trying to diss the battle. I'm just like, I guess I didn't really think about it like that. I was like, oh shit.
No, I don't think it's not gonna be one of them beefs. I think we talk about years down the line. Man, remember that battle? Like, I think we were here, so we'll probably be like, hey, remember that time Joey Badass turned up?
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna be like Kendrick and Drake, or like
no.
Hov and Nas, nothing like that. It's just a cool, fun, lighthearted hip hop battle that create a lot of excitement for a lot of people, and I think hip hop came out in a better place because of it.
Hell yeah. Okay, bet. Yeah, I feel you. But no.
All right, now we on our mans. Andre, talk about your mans. What's good? Is the mic broken over there?
The mic,
No, I don't even know if I can talk, man.
They silencing you.
Hey, look. All right. Where we at?
So let's break it
Kid
down.
Cudi never looked so cool.
Kid Cudi. Hey,
Cudi.
pull up the pics. Pull up the
Pull
pics
up the
of my
pics,
goat
please.
right now.
Here, we'll just put the
All right,
thumbnail on the
while
screen.
you do that,
Right here.
Look at my fucking goat right there, dog. Banging heaters fresh out the whip. Come on
No,
now.
for real, bro.
Smoking squares.
Bro doesn't even have nail polish on. He did not come to
Hey,
fuck around.
that hand tattoo never looked cooler.
Like, that's what I'm saying. The lineup, like everything.
Boy, that
about-
shit ain't never looked so fresh.
Like,
Man.
oh my god, bro.
He looked like Indica Cudi.
No,
Man on the
that's what
moon
we've
too.
Yeah.
bro.
Mr.
Wizard
Rager.
Cudi.
King Wizard Cudi.
Yeah.
Mr.
Bro, we-
Wizard.
Man.
That's what I've been needing.
Mr.
bro.
Rager, yo, like that was great, man. I it was cool to see Kid Cudi. I ain't gonna lie. To me, Kid Cudi always had really cool swag, but I think he got to a point now where he's really just been trying to expand what he can do swag wise, and sometimes I think it causes.
What the fuck?
What?
Expand what he can do swag wise. What the fuck are you talking about?
Joe
These are words that have
Cornish.
never been put together before. That's the crazy.
Say, where are these
It's
words?
a new sentence.
Hey, you know what I mean?
No, for real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like these words aren't in the Bible yet, but watch me. Watch me
Notice
work.
how nothing he said was in the Quran. Bro.
Nah, go ahead, Joe.
But,
go. What were you saying?
But yeah, like every now and then Cudi would try to push his swag to the limits in ways. I'm like, all right, I could. That's not a good look, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's been in that's not a good look, man, bag for a while. Like, but
Since the dress. Remember the dress?
hey, I didn't really mind the dress because
Yeah.
it was a Kurt Cobain homage, so I didn't really mind that. But
Sure. Not playing.
oh, I see homophobia's here today.
Look at those glasses. Homophobia is definitely not here today.
Yo. Hey, them cowboy Carter glasses.
Those are Renaissance right there. You won't break my soul, face ass.
Yeah, you won't break my soul. But yeah. So what was we talking about? Oh,
You were
his swag.
saying how good Kid Cudi looked.
Yeah. His swag was right. His swag was tight. He got that Man on the Moon 2 swag back.
Yeah.
It was good to see. Like, it looked like he was very focused.
Pressure makes diamonds.
No,
so he
for
had to
real.
come to.
He looked very ready to
snitch.
All right.
Nah.
All right.
His lips to snitch.
Let's That's
All
so
right.
crazy. First off,
First
you can't be a snitch if you get subpoenaed to appear in court. You know that's a legal requirement, right?
I know.
First off.
I just love how motherfuckers go dumb immediately when it comes to these comes to this kind of shit.
Also, if you blow up my car that I love so much and you break into my house, I'm snitching the fuck out of you.
Snitching the fuck out. I'm telling. He did it.
Where's the camera? You did it. I know you did it.
That bitch on point like ASAP Relly.
Like Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Nah, but all right. So, did you guys read his testimony?
No,
Yeah.
we're dumb. Read it to us, Joe.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's a long thing. But
affidavit.
I remember most of it though. So they just pretty much asked him like how did he meet Cassie, and like how they started dating. It's like they started dating shortly after Cassie and Diddy broke up, and he said, "Were you worried about Diddy at all when you found out she used to date Diddy?" And he was like, "No, I wasn't too worried about it. It wasn't until she called him one night, and it was like 3, 4 in the morning, and she was like hysterical, and she said he knows about us." And that's when, I was like, well, maybe I should
Be worried.
maybe be a little cautious, right? But he
Extra
wasn't
security.
tripping. It wasn't until he came home one day and he realized somebody had broken in his home, and he went to go check his security footage because he has security cameras in his house, and he noticed that somebody had messed with him. They didn't record nothing. He also noticed that people went through some gifts that he had in his house.
Yeah.
Some gifts he had in his house, and then his dog was locked up in the bathroom, and he said his dog was clearly traumatized from whatever happened to him, and he said his dog was never the same again. And so,
Did the dog die or something?
No,
No,
the
dog
dog
was-
just got diddied.
some little,
He got locked up. I've seen some shit.
you could say he was a bad boy.
Also, side note, like when we talk about this, y'all remember that song Diddy and Keisha Cole did?
Oh yeah, last night.
That kind of depicts kind of what happened a little bit in the music video, like him like spying on her, and then him like breaking into somebody's house. I'm like, God damn, like he didn't care.
Nigga telling on himself.
Yeah.
Really don't care.
So I think so. After that, he wasn't able to prove that somebody broke into his house or like Diddy did it, right? And it wasn't until his dog sitter was at home watching his dog one day, and then she noticed that there was a fire outside the house, and when she looked out the window, she noticed Kid Cudi's car was on fire. So they put it out and whatnot. And so Chip the Ripper was actually one that took the pictures of it that leaked to the internet this week. And if you notice, they actually carved a hole in the roof of this car, like
On some Looney
And
Tunes.
On some Looney Tunes shit, bro.
They put a mocktail in his car, blew it
Molotov
up.
cocktail.
Yeah.
Molotov cocktail. Thank you.
Yeah.
They put a cocktail, a nice martini right on the
And
drive.
I know you like them umbrellas, nigga. It's not the umbrella. But go ahead.
But yeah, put
A Molotov
a
cocktail.
Molotov cocktail in his car.
Ooh, a mojito. No.
Thanks, Diddy. Diddy dropping mojitos and shit.
That's how you could tell he was there. Car on
that,
fire,
take
but a
that.
mojito. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. Take that.
Car blown up and shit. And he's like, all right, this is enough. And he's like, all right, Diddy, I'm ready to talk to you. And then they're like, so when you met up with Diddy, what did he look like? He was like, he looked like a Marvel supervillain.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
That's what Joe was telling me.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
that's crazy.
they asked him, so after his car blew up, he was like, all right, I've had enough of this shit. So he called Diddy. He was like, listen, dude, this is getting out of control. Like, we need to meet up and discuss everything. This needs to stop.
Yeah.
So Diddy's like, all right, cool, we'll meet up at Soho House. So they go to Soho House. And like he said, when they walked in there, like Cudi said he walked in there ready to fight
Fight
Diddy.
him.
Yeah, physically fight this man. And so but he said when he walked in and sat down, he said the vibes were just like weird immediately. Because he said he looked like a Marvel villain.
Which
And
villain
then
do y'all think it was though?
definitely Kingpin.
Yeah. Or like Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Yeah.
That shit.
Okay, yeah.
And so
I was
he
about to say, is that a slur? I'm glad you said it.
hit your drop. Hit your drop.
Here, I got it. Where is it?
What's up, Nelso?
So he said, while they were having this sit down, this talk, he asked him like, "Yo, man, why'd you blow up my car?" And he said, "Did he just looked at him just like, I don't know what you're talking about." And so he never got closure for that. And then he said it wasn't until some years later when they actually ran into each other again at the same spot they met years prior at Soho House. And when they ran into each other, Diddy came up to Cudi. And he said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know, I'm sorry for all that bullshit that we went through a couple years ago. That's my bad. And Cudi said that's when he made peace with it.
That's my bad. Like, I guess that's.
And listen, y'all can't call Cudi a snitch at all because the fact is we found this out because Cassie took Diddy to court.
Yeah, no, Cudi's not a snitch for doing any of this. Like, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, because I think we're gonna talk about, but was it Young Thug being like, Cudi a rat, LOL, bro, shut up.
Like you holding Kid Cudi to the same standard you holding like Gunna or somebody. Like Cudi wasn't involved in no illegal activity. He wasn't there for nothing illegal. He was there because he's a victim.
Literally.
Cudi is from
You
Ohio.
broke into this man's house and blew up his car.
And fucked this dog up.
Man.
Like, what else? What is he supposed to do? Like, no.
Like, yeah.
Where's PETA?
No, for real.
And then on top of that, I saw another tweet. So the famous, so you had the Young Thug tweet, which is fucking stupid. Then you had G Malone, who kind of insinuated the same thing, saying along the lines of, "Is Cudi gonna keep it hip hop tomorrow on the stand?" And it was
Keep
like,
it hip hop.
keep it hip hop.
and so no, this is what G Malone's reasoning behind.
Who is G Malone?
Glasses Malone?
Who?
He's like a really big West Coast OG. Like he's Kendrick,
Okay.
he's Kendrick's OG type
Gotcha.
shit.
Okay, all
Got
right.
it.
Yeah.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
But like, no, he's actually got like some big weight on the West Coast. But he was saying like, because people were arguing with that point. It's like, bro, you try to blow up my car, like I'm going to the stand. And so he was like, listen, bro, if I introduce you to my girl that you end up fucking later, I can blow up your car. I was like, listen, dog, I feel like there's a lot of.
I feel like
Where does that say that in the Bible?
no, for real. Like, answer that question.
Hey, you take my bitch, I can blow up your car.
Thou shalt take bitch, thou shalt blow up car. If thou take bitch
While we're broken up.
And it's like, yo, dog, honestly, if you feel
that
like
you took from your son,
No, for real.
if you
Yeah.
if you blow up listen, dog, if you lose your girl and your first instinct is to blow up the other man's car, there's a lot more deeper issues you got to figure out.
bro.
Like, if that's your first response, or like, if you even okay that response, like, if somebody say, yeah, bro, I would do the same thing. Like, all right, listen, you need to
I
get away
would
from me.
do the same thing.
This is off topic, but I remember it was like a few years ago. I was chilling with a few guys, and you know, like sometimes you'll have a friend of a friend who be kicking it with y'all. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really know him. We're playing like Red Dead Redemption 2 or something like that. He goes like, "Yeah, man, if we were back in these days, I'd be killing niggas too." And I'm like, it was illegal back then to kill people. Like, this guy's a psychopath. He has us here chilling with him, bro. He's like, I would just been robbing and killing niggas. Huh?
I mean, you can do it today.
It was illegal back then.
You feel me? Like, nothing changed, dog. Like,
My God, bro.
Wait till
and so, like, there was another tweet from Sunny Digital. If you guys don't know who Sunny Digital is,
Yeah, I know
the
Sunny.
producer.
Yeah.
I don't sell Molly no
Sunny
more.
Digital.
Yeah, he had a dumbass tweet, right, where he said, just last year, y'all said y'all would rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a Honda. Well, that's what Cassie was doing. And it's like, all right, listen, bro.
That's not the
That's
same.
not the same fucking thing.
Y'all making false
Like-
equivalents.
Yeah, like she was groomed. Like, that's no.
And abused.
Yeah, no. And got hurt.
Whew.
She at least got some. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she did get some
You say
STDs. Well, she got some STDs from their freak offs.
Yeah.
Because she was doing
I thought
some
you said
freaky
hurt.
shit. No,
no,
she-
herp.
yeah. Because I
She got
think
sores on
that
her
was
mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
sores on her mouth from like because they would do golden shower. It's really sick shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's really sick shit. But like, yeah, she got blisters and STDs from their freak off adventures. But people think because she said there was a text exchange that the defense brought up in Diddy's behalf, saying that she texted him saying that she's always ready for freak offs whenever, and people are using that like, see, she was compliant. Like, no, like that was probably then when she
It's
was
a part
younger.
of the abuse.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, like she
Stockholm
probably did.
syndrome.
Abuse.
She probably thought this is how it is.
The nigga made her call her. You got it? Is it good? The nigga made him made her call him Pop Pop. He said, "Call me whatever you used to call your grandfather."
See, that's weird.
On record,
Like,
Pop Pop.
Yeah. Or remember how they said like before they got Diddy, like he was having at least one more freak off because they had he knew that they were coming. He was like, I'm gonna get some baby oil. I'm gonna
no
get...
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he was in New York. He snuck and
Oh, is that why he was in New York?
Yeah.
Because I remember he got arrested in Miami, right?
Yeah, and he knew the feds was coming.
Because he was at the park or something.
Yeah, he was at the park.
I remember that. Like, oh, Diddy's at the park in New York. I'm like,
I remember
just hanging out.
and I remember seeing
on some R. Kelly shit. Like,
He's just not trying to get his ass beat publicly. Y'all see me, right? I'm right here.
motherfuckers actually hanging out with Diddy in New York. I'm like, bro, read the room.
No,
Like,
for
Stevie J, he's still free him. Like,
or like, actually, I mean, people are saying the belief is that the longer this trial does go, the better chances are Diddy will beat it.
I don't know about beating it, but the sexual trafficking thing is,
let's say
up for question.
Yeah, and let's say he does beat it. Like his public image is ruined forever.
I mean, we've been cracking no Diddy jokes for like 2 years now.
But he gonna get at least 5.
Yeah, but
they gonna get him to serve. If they got Bill Cosby to serve,
oh yeah,
they gonna get him to serve.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're pretty set on getting him for something.
Yeah,
I just don't know how they're gonna tie it all
That's
together.
why you release leak the hallway video.
Yeah.
Before you indict him.
And see, I just want to know like what part of that like warrants like Cassie like the whole like crying in a Rolls Royce or a Honda like if that's what you meant by crying in the Rolls Royce, like look at that video and tell me if that's what you meant by do you want to cry in a Rolls Royce or do you want to cry in a Honda?
Also,
I don't think that's what was being considered or in mind when that statement was made by Future or Division.
Literally.
No, they weren't talking about human trafficking or abuse.
They were talking about cheating.
Cheating,
exactly.
Cheating is
Bro.
the main thing I was thinking of when they said that.
Bro, it's like that.
Cheating.
It's like that one argument people try to put is like, would you rather marry a millionaire that cheats on you or a billionaire that beats on you? It's like
that's not even
no,
Not even a good outcome for anything.
No, it's not. No, that's the point.
Like, oh,
but also, Diddy signing Cassie to a 10-album deal
and only putting out one.
That's really sick. Like Kendrick hasn't even put out 10 albums in the past 15 years. I don't think. So it's just like, bro,
No, he has ever. Like he might have 9 albums total. Like for all we know. Like I think you got Kendrick Lamar EP. You got Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Butterfly. Damn, Mr. Morale.
Untitled or Mastered.
Untitled. So we got 9.
Yeah,
he's at 9.
if you count those first 3.
Yeah.
So he's really at 6.
Yeah. And it's 15 years. Yeah.
And she got one single that we all know.
Yeah.
And that song was just okay to me.
Bro.
I still think it's a hit.
I mean, it's
still
definitely a
I
hit.
still got it on my shit.
But yeah, man. I mean, from the Cudi standpoint, I don't think nothing Cudi did was snitching. Like Cudi didn't ask to go to the stand; he was subpoenaed, which you were legally required to show up, or otherwise you will go to jail if you don't.
You get a warrant.
Yeah, it's like it's no different than committing perjury on the stand. Like
You get a warrant, bro. It's like, bro, he's a civilian.
No,
they
for real.
weren't involved in any criminal activity together. If somebody fucking steals my car and I see them steal my car and I can identify them, I'm gonna tell you who stole my car. It was him.
yeah, he blew it up.
He did it.
It was him.
You blew up my car.
Like, bro, I'm not just gonna eat that.
Yeah, pause.
I'm a civilian.
He left a cocktail in my car.
with a little umbrella. Classic, classic.
Yeah, man, for real though, that the shit I be reading from them Diddy trials, man, that's some sick shit, dog.
Niggas be so.
And I don't understand why y'all so defensive for Diddy. Like,
Literally.
why?
It's
Like,
really
why
weird.
did motherfuckers become so defensive for Diddy all of a sudden?
No, for real. Same niggas that can't even name 5 Diddy songs too. It's just like, bro, this is just for show. It's just for play.
Like you motherfuckers is saying free Diddy all of a sudden when like 2 years ago everybody was cracking Diddy jokes.
Did you hear Dave Blunt's Free Diddy song that got leaked?
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, it's
I just need man.
Diddy song.
Actually, let me not. I almost said some shit that probably would have got us kicked off stream. Let me not say that.
Automatically.
Yeah, like all right, y'all done. Get out of here.
YouTube AI is getting too good.
the N-word was about to come up. He was like, hold up.
Can't even put out hate speech anymore.
Yeah.
Can you
But-
imagine?
It just
Can't even sing World War III on.
hey,
stream.
nah, dead ass, bro. Like, this is kind of like a side note, but since we were talking about terrible people,
let's go.
So I have Tory Lanez's name muted right on Twitter because I'm tired of watching grown men just go up in arms over that
Dig
man.
themselves into a hole.
Yeah, like, bro, shut the fuck up. I really look at a lot of y'all different. I really look a lot of y'all different from the city.
Yeah.
Shit, because y'all not because like y'all opinions about, because y'all just won't shut the fuck up about it. It's been 5 years. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it
Literally.
fucking go. It's been 5 fucking years. What are you saving with Tory Lanez? Get off his dick already. It's been
He's
5
an
years.
immigrant.
But also, since we're on the topic of Tory Lanez, I don't know if you're about to get into it, but it goes into what DreamCon, Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, yeah.
Because basically, Y'all don't know Megan Thee Stallion, a huge anime fan.
Oh, real quick. Let me finish this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because cause we can continue with that.
Before you get off.
No, because I just had a quick.
Before you get on that nerdy shit.
No. Because I just
I'm
had
gonna yell
like,
at these niggas again.
I just had a quick. I was
Corner
getting on the
Joe.
Tory Lanez reign, but the whole point of it was like I muted his name, right? Because I was tired of seeing people talk about him, right?
Yes.
And then I remember getting on Twitter and I just kept seeing 14 times like trending on my topics. I never paid no attention to it. I just kept seeing like, damn, who the fuck was stabbed something like 14 times at 7 a.m. Yeah. Bro, I had no idea that was Tory Lanez that got stabbed.
You know what? Give him 14 more.
I had no idea the whole time that discourse was evolving around Tory Lanez. I was like, oh shit, Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times.
They was trying to get him out of there.
Bro,
Black Nation will pay for.
right? And all you stupid motherfuckers fell for that shit because you guys all watch dumbass YouTube videos and don't know how to quickly think for yourselves, you stupid fucking idiots. Oh my God. I know a lot of college educated people that are fucking idiots because they don't know how to critical think with YouTube videos. And yeah, listen, I don't want to say too much because it'll give it away, but there's somebody I'm never playing their music again. I'm not playing their music ever again in my DJ set.
Yeah, it's like that.
And that was
It's like
just,
that for a few of y'all.
Hey, that was one of them. That was one of the reasons. The other one we talked about before.
Bro.
Yeah.
You should have brought that up when we were talking about rap beef.
Oh yeah.
We'll bring it up at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But so Megan Thee Stallion was gonna be at DreamCon, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, so she's still going, but
So she's still going. I thought she backed out.
Yeah. So what happened was, she was announced to be one of the special guests at DreamCon. I think she's gonna do like a tequila bar thing, and people leave comments in the section, and people left comments. It was one was the gif of Tory Lanez going like for show, and then I think the other one was Tory Lanez going like this, like shooting. And
God damn.
and the DreamCon account liked those comments. They like everything. But
I remember they put out a statement after that saying like somebody running the account did something that didn't represent them.
Yeah, they liked gifts of Tory Lanez.
I wasn't sure like what was that in context to. I knew it referenced something Tory Lanez.
Yeah. There was just people making reaction gifts, and but those people knew. Yeah, people knew what they was doing. But yeah, and then it just led to a lot of people, a lot of women on Twitter and Instagram talking about like, you can't be doing this, You can't be representing DreamCon like this. You can't. This is leaving a bad place, making a safe space for incels, and you don't want that shit. So it just got to a point where they were just like, look, we are sorry. That nigga who probably liked it is fired, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because you almost fucked up the bag for DreamCon. Like, you almost lost Meg Thee Stallion. You know how huge of a flex that is for them to get Meg Thee Stallion? The only problem is, the reason it's not considered a big deal because a lot of weirdos go to DreamCon, unfortunately. Now you're excluded. You're excluded.
Yeah.
He pulling up to the next one, so I just want to make sure he's not included. I know this man. He's a good guy.
Yes.
But because I've watched there's actually a Netflix documentary I believe on 4chan.
On 4chan? Oh shit, I didn't know.
On Netflix that kind of shows you how 4chan has like
A
seeped.
documentary about 4chan on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, you said the other way.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, so there's a 4chan documentary on Netflix that kind of shows you how 4chan culture has seeped its way into like today's politics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were like the ones behind the Trump movement and whatnot. And there was a point in time early in the 4chan movement where they were going to like those DreamCon stuffs.
Yeah. Well, I just want to point this out. DreamCon.
Marius.
Oh, yo, Marius. What's up, Uni? What's good, my boy?
Oh, snap!
Yes, sir. Atlanta's in the house.
Yeah.
But nah, man. Yeah, DreamCon is basically like Black Comic Con. A lot of cool people go to those places. But we're talking about like
What's the Comic Con?
San Diego Comic Con has a lot.
I think it was that one because they would all do like 4chan meetups at Comic Con because they're all in the same stuff on Comic Con.
Yeah.
But then like as they started to see like some of the people that were on the 4chan boards became a little more toxic than they were used to in the beginning. And then like when they started going to these Comic Cons to do meetups, there was more those incel kind of people there, and they were like, oh, this isn't like what we are wanting to be a part of. And then that's when 4chan like lost its core foundation and became more of like a right wing red pill incel kind of movement. And that's why we are where we are today as a society, because 4chan got so powerful and so popular that they were able to pollute other parts of the internet and become powerful in those sections as well.
Yeah.
So like now, like you see, like Twitter's become one of those things because all the 4chan guys moved to fucking Twitter
Because it's a safe space for them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Like
is unfortunate.
I just saw what was his name? Tim Walz, the governor that was running for vice president. He just put out a statement today, like saying, hey, today's like the 5-year anniversary of George Floyd. We want to pay homage and respect to his family and whatever. And somebody was like, I'm not even gonna read those replies.
Literally,
because you
bro.
already know what's about to be under there.
Because people will, at this point, we have accounts like Discussing Film will mute things that involve black actresses,
Yes.
black actors, because they
I've been seeing people
understand-
having a problem with them. Like,
Because they muted the replies for the Ironheart TV show.
But rightfully so, though, because you knew that she was going to be
unfortunately.
inflammatory, bro. So I just don't like how they're just so comfortable, bro. I feel like at this point, if you put out a hate speech, you should be able to. You should have to put your ID next to it.
yeah, stand on that. Like we
Yeah.
had a Patriot rally in Kansas City
No.
yesterday.
And everybody was wearing masks.
Yeah, why were y'all wearing masks? If it's a Patriot rally, why are you hiding your face? What are you hiding from exactly?
If you proud,
like what's
Hey, weren't
why's
they
the
against
mask?
masks like 5 years ago? Wasn't that a big
Say
thing?
that one more time,
Weren't
Key.
they against masks like 5 years ago? Wasn't that their whole
and
thing?
now they want to hide when they got that flag behind them.
Yeah.
Funny. Huh.
I thought y'all was
Interesting.
comfortable now. I thought we wasn't canceling nobody no more. What happened?
Man, free speech, right?
Yeah, what happened to
for
that?
real.
Take the mask off.
Take the mask off, man.
Pussy.
Fuck
Where
them
you
niggas,
work,
bro.
bro?
Y'all so pussy.
Yeah, hey, put
Y'all
where you
so
work on
pussy,
your
bro.
chest, man. These are the same niggas that we probably look to get us
Hey,
hired.
I would ask where KCPD was at, but they was probably already in the rally.
They were probably already there.
They was
were
in the
there.
rally. They was in the
that
rally.
for sure,
Yeah,
bro.
hey, need to hit him. Hey, hit up Justice Horn about that. Where the fuck was he at?
Oh my god!
Somebody get
Mayor
Justice
Q,
Get Justice Horn on the phone. Where was you at the Patriot rally?
bro. They were on Mayor Q's ass. Fox 4. He said, as crime skyrockets in Kansas City, Mayor Q jets off to Qatar in a mystery-funded vacation. I'm like, God
Oh, he's
damn.
going to the same spot the president of the United States is going?
Bro.
Okay, like,
They gave that nigga McDonald's on wheels
yeah.
as a gift. And then
Fat ass president.
as he was coming back, they said, you could just keep the plane. Like, presidents ain't supposed to take fucking
Bribes
gifts
from other countries?
What
No.
the fuck? Y'all see this in person? And he's like, yes, it's a very beautiful plane.
It's very
Come
beautiful.
on, bro.
very much
I love
like
it.
my plane.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's very well crafted.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Very well crafted.
Speaking of
Very
Mayor,
good
Mayor
play.
Q been having a rough few weeks, man, because that NBA tweet was some loser shit.
Oh my god.
That NBA tweet was such some loser
Hey,
shit.
bro, just step down.
Yeah,
Just-
listen.
just-
Mayor Q, you are delusional if you think the NBA is gonna fucking create a whole new organization in the NBA for them to have in Kansas City. No, motherfucker. If we're gonna get an NBA team in Kansas City, we have to take one. That's how it works.
The Kings have been in Sacramento longer than they were in Kansas City.
And they almost lost.
Shame.
They almost lost the Kings until they got the beam,
yeah,
because then they got the new arena.
yeah.
So
The Kings have been in Sacramento.
I think
for 50
Portland.
years.
Portland's about to sell the team.
Yeah, they're selling. They're selling. So, hey, man.
But since Mary Q was like, "Hey man, we don't take teams," like, all right, but that's
Nigga
why
said,
the Royals and the Chiefs
We
are going to
don't
Kansas.
take teams is so fucking
He
crazy.
said, we're not in the business of taking franchises. We're only in the business of keeping them.
You're not
But if
even
the
doing that.
Kings, Yeah, if the Kings want to come back, we'd open them with open arms. You loser ass
Nigga.
nigga. You're probably the same reason why the Toronto Raptors during COVID didn't come to Kansas City.
I was gonna bring that up.
You fucking loser,
I remembered
piece
that
of
was
shit.
going around. Yeah, bro. The Kansas
This is
City
why I
Rap-
can't do the morning show. Like,
for real.
this is why I
Piece of
could never
shit.
work
Fuck
on a
you.
morning show.
Bro, the Kansas City Raptors actually.
Kansas City Raptors.
that
Even
would've
the
been-
Kansas City
That goes tough though.
Trailblazers.
That goes tough.
Kansas City.
Kansas City Trailblazers.
No, the
key-
Jailblazers.
The Jailblazers.
Bring it back.
You know
Bro,
what?
The key to the West.
You know, fuck
Like,
it.
bro.
Kansas City Lakers. We can do it.
Kansas City Lakers.
Bro,
With
the
the
Lakers-
Missouri River.
No lakes. The Lakers are from
Minnesota.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense.
And then
yeah.
the Jazz were originally from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And the fucking Falcons, or not
The Hawks?
Falcons, the Hawks. They were from St. Louis.
Really? I didn't know that.
Their only chip is from St. Louis.
Huh.
Pre-World War II. They got
Hitler
World
was
War I
alive.
trophies. Niggas was playing against mailmen. Part time.
Wow.
Niggas was playing against what do you call those Tuskegee Airmen.
They didn't even exist.
Hey, they
That's
were
what I'm
playing.
saying.
They were hooping against
That's
Nazis
World
before
War
they
II.
knew that.
They was hooping against Nazis.
Before they knew they were Nazis.
Niggas
Yep.
was hooping against mailmen, milkmen, like everything.
The milkman.
Like, bro, doing the great. You know,
Hey,
how-
what's the fucking guy that clanks the metal?
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's that nigga.
What's his name?
what
Come
you
on,
talking about?
Sebastian.
What are you talking about?
It's they heat up the fucking blacksmith.
Blacksmiths.
Bro, just every like craft. Bro, for real, bro. They were not playing against like full-time basketball players, bro.
Like,
then it wasn't.
I
even,
guarantee
the money wasn't even there.
Atlanta wasn't even Atlanta yet.
Literally,
No.
bro.
BMF wasn't there yet.
Bro,
Big Meech got that shit lit.
Me.
Bro,
Shout
for
out Big
real,
Meech.
bro.
Hey, talk about losing aura.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
Actually, yeah, man. My hold on. Who was it? Actually, one of my homies, pops was locked up with Big Meech for a little bit.
That's crazy.
And
That's a crazy flex.
I'm sorry I said
but
that.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing, right? When he was locked up with Meech, like my homie's pops had no idea who Big Meech was. So
Yeah.
he was just like a cool guy that he was locked up with at the time. And it wasn't until like I think he was telling him about the show BMF. And he was like, wait, what, 50 Cent's making a show about you? And then that's when he learned. He just knew from what he heard about him that he was like a big drug dealer back in Detroit days. But he didn't know about the legend of it.
The lore.
Yeah, so once he was telling about the show, he was like, oh, fuck, dude. Kind of a big fucking deal.
There's probably a dude in Atlanta jail right now that didn't know he was locked up with Young Thug. Or at least, man.
Hey, there was actually, you ever see that video of, I think it was it was Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
When he got locked up during sometime during between 2020 and 2022, and he was like in holding, and somebody was like, bruh, Playboy Cardi.
I remember that.
You
Yeah.
my favorite rapper, bro. This is crazy. No one gonna believe this. That's a real Atlanta moment. Like
That was Ken Carson.
The whatchamacallit. That was Ken Carson.
yo.
That's when opium.
Hey, it's kind of crazy to realize how long Ken Carson been around them.
Bro, I saw Ken Carson back in early 2022, and he was the opener for Playboy Cardi. I was just like, oh,
Was that the Neon tour?
the Narcissist tour?
Wait, did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Rico Nasty tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
How were they towards Rico Nasty at that show?
they were Kansas City was fine towards
Okay.
Rico Nasty from what I remember.
I
And
just-
but Ken Carson we're kind of like, oh, he's cool. Like, no, now he's Ken Carson. I was like,
I think after that album he dropped where he had like him doing the middle fingers.
yeah.
That was the one that like helped.
Was that
him.
Teen X or?
Yeah, Teen X.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting him and Kenny Mason confused for a minute early on because I know they were both doing the rock stuff.
Low key, I feel like Kenny Mason should be way bigger than what he is right now. Like,
I agree
really
with that,
enjoy his
but
music.
I also think at the same time Kenny Mason is at a point where he's pretty. I think he's comfortable where he's at, but he's also willing to grow more. But I think he has to do more in terms like putting himself out there.
Yeah.
He's a very low key person.
Yeah.
And so even when I watch a few interviews that he has done, he's not a very talkative person. So I don't think he likes the extras that come with doing music. He does it, of course, because it's a requirement. But I think he's just pretty happy at the lane he's at. And if he happens to get bigger because his music does get bigger, then I think he's cool with that. But I don't think he's going to be bigger than he is right now just because he doesn't want to do all the extras that come with it.
Yeah.
Interviews and whatnot.
But also, fun fact, our mutual friend, Marius, aka Uni, he came to Kansas City about 5 years ago. I picked him up from the airport, and he's playing us in, I'm driving him to his place in Kansas City, and he plays Hit by Kenny Mason. He's like, let me show you something, bro. I start singing along to the song. He's like, how you know this? I'm like, bro, this is Kenny Mason. Like, he's a really good artist. He's like, Kenny blew up. He was like, I used to skateboard with Kenny all the time, bro. I haven't been on my phone in like 2 months. Like,
hey, yo, he don't got internet.
he don't got internet on his phone.
He radio silent. That nigga in the hut somewhere. Underground.
Yo, son, James Harden pulled up with that Blues Lives Matter mask, and they're like, hey, yo, he don't got internet.
He don't got internet on his phone.
James Harden don't got internet? He made $400 million.
That's such bullshit, bro.
Trying to tell me he don't got internet. Motherfucker's lying. Somebody lying to me.
Niggas always want to lie.
But a homie, hey, he don't got internet. James
Don't
Harden.
even know that nigga. It's like, how do we know we don't have internet?
Oh,
How do we
shit.
know?
Before we get to because I'm gonna do some movie talk with y'all real quick since we got Keeno here.
Yeah.
I do want to
yeah.
give a shout out to some new music that did drop this week. If you guys have any recommendations, did you guys listen to Amine's album?
I did listen to a
Talk to me about
13
Amina.
months of summer. Like that was a good album, bro. Leon Thomas on the first track though. That was
Hold on, excuse me.
Leon Thomas. You didn't know Leon Thomas was on this?
Well, I haven't gotten the chance. To
Oh
listen to
my
it yet.
God, bro! Yes, Leon
keep-
Thomas is on this album. It is fire. So far, I've only gotten a chance to listen to it one time, but what I hear from it sonically, like again, Amine is just proving that he's still on a steady pace. Even with the K-Tramine album, I was very interested to see what he would do afterwards because having K-Tran out on your album is already a flex.
A lot of people weren't liking that album though. So
They weren't, but like
a lot of people were big haters of that.
But he's
album.
consistent though.
he is a
He
consistent.
ain't never give you nothing that he ain't did before. He's only improved.
Actually, what was
you know
the
what I'm
one?
saying?
What was the tennis ball one?
That was That was Limbo.
Limbo, like that was a great project.
Yeah.
Limbo.
Like,
And
that-
then the one after that, the
Was that the-
mixtape 2.5. Great album.
Yeah,
Great
I think
album.
Amine is a very consistent artist. Like,
If he puts up a project, you're going to like at least 6 to 7 of them joints.
Yeah.
He always going to give you at least 6 to 7.
Yeah.
because even with Keitra Amine, "So What's Up" was a good song. So was Rebuke.
What it is, who he is.
Who he is.
Yeah, who he is. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Hey,
about it.
I hate
Come
what's
on,
the
bro.
one that
Come on.
was it the intro that starts off with the Busta Rhymes sample?
I'm not with all that standing around.
That's a Diddy
acting
soundbite.
cool and shit. Hey, man.
I want to see y'all dance.
And
Bro, honestly, fuck y'all if y'all didn't like that album, bro. That should have been way bigger than it was.
I
man,
actually got that
honestly.
album
I think
vinyl.
if they would have did a bigger tour, it would have been huge.
Yeah.
Because they
But
didn't
they
really
were
tour.
charging $300 a motherfucking ticket.
No,
Right.
they weren't. Like,
Yes, they were.
I went for like $100.
Did you have GA?
Yeah,
Where were you at?
I was in the pit.
No.
I was
where
in
were you at?
Chicago.
You were in Chicago?
Yeah,
Oh, shit. Fuck me.
yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Oh, you right.
What's up, Nelso?
Hey man, shout out to our 6 viewers, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, fuck with us. We do this once a week, every
Man.
Sunday.
We've been consistent.
We
They're
have.
very
On
consistent.
some Amine shit.
They're the
Also,
Amine of podcasts.
Yeah.
We're the Amine of podcasts. I
let's see.
fuck with that.
Some news that I fucked with this week. YG dropped a new single with Shoreline Mafia, who last pod I explained how I just got into Shoreline Mafia this year. And it was actually a great time because they reunited this year. They dropped a whole new project that's pretty fire. And they're on this YG song, and it's a really good song. I was kind of curious to know what this would be like, but it's a very West Coast vibe off of YG's new album about to come out soon, The Gentleman's Club. And this is a good West Coast banger, a good song for YG to help set the tone for the summer, especially with the moment the West is having right now. So I thought it was a great song. Along with Jay Worthy dropped Burnout 5, which is a good, or Burnout 6, one of the two. Let me see, make sure to confirm that real quick. Burnout 5, and it's got a Faison Love on it, Big Worm. He's playing the Big Worm character on the project. Nice little EP offering from Jay Worthy as we wait for his debut project about to come out soon, hopefully this year. But nice little cool weekend for the West Coast, man.
Hell yeah.
Nice cool little weekend for the West Coast. Good music this weekend. Hopefully, keeps going as it's about to get warmer.
Oh yeah.
And so something.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
What do you think is so far? What do you think is song of the summer? What do you think is gonna be the song of the summer?
Song of the summer. Song of the summer.
This nigga got gas.
What's that noise? What is that noise?
This nigga can hold it in. No, for me right now, the song of the summer, I would go with Familiar, Amine.
Oh, okay. Bet.
That one's what I've been rocking with, keeping it real consistent. And then Kissing in Public, Destin Conrad.
Oh,
Two
yeah,
songs
that's his
that
man's
are
right there.
bangers.
Yeah, no,
That's his
that's
man.
Did you do the knowledge?
I did do the knowledge. I
Okay,
did the
all
knowledge.
right. Did
I
you
have-
do the knowledge?
I'm about
No,
to.
Ah.
I have not heard Andre have this much hype behind an R&B artist since Frank Ocean.
Come on,
honestly.
man.
Like,
But I did fuck with Kevin Abstract. I was heavy
I-
on Kevin.
Kevin Abstract.
Justin
heavy
Conrad,
on-
part of Brockhampton.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He was not.
Kevin Abstract.
No, he said Destin. He asked
Oh
if Destin
no,
was.
Destin wasn't.
I was
Okay.
he was just saying I hadn't fucked with somebody like this in R&B space since X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
I fuck with Snow Allegra,
Yeah.
but not like Destin. Destin got it.
That's
Destin got it. So, what we on?
So I was gonna say
Song of the summer.
song
so
of the
far.
summer. I'll say like Wheezy by Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Fine Shit off that album if we doing Song of the Summer.
Backdoor.
Yeah,
by-
Backdoor.
Backdoor.
I wish
Back
30
though.
for 30 came out like,
This summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30.
I mean, Luther could also be an
Still
argument.
be a song of the summer.
Yeah.
I think it's been I think not like us. I think spent like a whole year in the top 25 of Billboard.
Yeah.
Like it just now fell out this week.
Low key, no. I still listen to Nokia though.
I was
Nokia
thinking about
is good.
maybe Nokia be a song of the
Or
summer.
if we're being picky, the Modern Jam Nokia mashup.
Oh, yeah.
That is
pretty hot.
yeah.
Pretty hot.
That one's actually fire. And then my personal one, Flights by Aluj. Like just artists I like a lot, and their album Gems at the Corner Store too. I was just like, this that shit right there. So shout out Aluj and J Rob on that one.
Oh yeah, and shout out to OGZ from Shoreline Mafia. He just retweeted my Tyler the Creator YG Shoreline Mafia mix. I did a mix between That Guy by Tyler and Hollywood by Shoreline Mafia and YG, the new single they just put out this weekend. And he retweeted on Twitter
Shout
and
out
he
to
fucking shared
Joe
it.
Corner Joe.
And he shared it on TikTok. So
I did see that.
Shout out
I
to
was like,
Joe,
shit.
Corner Joe.
so it's been a good week so far, man. So shout out to OGs for holding it down. So now Keenan. So people that don't know you, you are a big movie buff.
Yes.
And you like to go to premieres. You know, we was talking earlier how you said you saw Sinners 3 times.
Yeah, I did.
And it's actually, I'm glad you're here today because we've been meaning to talk about Sinners on the pod, but we get caught up in the conversations and forget to get around to it. But, you know, since you're here and you're the movie guy, I figured it'd be a great time just to have a little discourse around Sinners. So now, before we started the pod, you told me that you think Sinners is the best movie. It's going to be movie of the year.
I do. I think I have to stand by that. Yeah. I don't know if I see a movie being as big and better than Sinners right now. Like we talked about before, Sinners had the right amount of hype. It didn't take too long to make. It just came out at the right place at the right time, and I feel like it just still resonates with people. Like, because there are like 3 other movies coming out this week and next week, and I would still say go see Sinners. Sinners or Thunderbolts, honestly. Those are like
How was Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is good.
Or
like,
the new Avengers?
I was about to say spoiler alert, but yeah.
I mean, they did that themselves.
They really did.
They didn't
Niggas
even,
didn't even give it a
They
week.
didn't wait a week,
They
bro.
didn't give it a week.
By Monday
said-
morning, they said, "Hey,
Hey, the metrics
Avengers.
ain't looking good.
But
Hit the button.
hey, but shout out Marvel for giving Kansas City a shout out for when Thunderbolts when they did reveal it, because if you don't know, Armored Theaters was featured on their post for like, these are the new Avengers. I was like, hey, that's us. That's what's up.
that's tight.
But yeah, Thunderbolts or Avengers 5, I feel like was really refreshing. Honestly, I think Yelena, the new Black Widow, I find her way more interesting than Scarlett Johansson's depiction of Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to say U.S. Agent. Honestly, I hope they don't underwrite him in the next Avengers movie.
For real, bro, they should just give that nigga a mech suit, I think. Make him Iron Patriot.
Oh yeah, they did do that. I remember they did do that in the comics too when they did the Dark Avengers. That would also be
Give him
kinda
a
cool.
suit.
I was hoping that when they did Sentry, they would do the thing where it was like, oh yeah, Sentry's actually been in the Avengers the whole time, but like they had to erase him. But I'm still glad happy with what they did with him, because even with the depiction of mental health, I was just like, damn, bro, like this is
great.
This is great.
Great,
this is really fucking good.
Yeah.
I did. And it hurt me because when I was sick, I wasn't able to like get my review out on time. But I should say right now, like, if you have not seen Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers, please go see it. Even though you now know it's called New Avengers, it's still worth the watch. It's something, and it's really something good to hold you out before Fantastic Four comes out.
Mental health advocates, if you like,
if you're a mental health advocate, oh my God, you need to see this right now.
Literally.
Like if you're someone who's like, hey, bro, I'll be dealing with depression, go watch this movie.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah.
That's basically
love you.
The gist of the movie. You're not alone.
Everybody that saw Thunderbolts opening weekend raved about that movie. Like,
it's a great movie.
It's a
looked
really
lot-
good movie.
I heard the reviews be a lot better than I thought it'd be when I watched the trailer at Sinners.
Yeah, and it's by the team that did Beef. So
Yeah.
the budget was very lean. No one pun intended.
No pun intended.
But you can really see where they put the money at.
Yeah.
Also, I remember seeing in a bunch of interviews that they said that like this is the most A24 movie that that Marvel has done. Like everyone was like, oh, this feels like an A24 movie. Also, I auditioned for an A24 movie last week, so A24, please hit me back. I'm trying to be in that movie.
Are you part of the guild?
Huh? I'm not a
I'm
SAG.
part of
I'm
the
not a
guild.
SAG actor.
I'm SAG.
You're SAG?
Through the radio.
Oh hell yeah.
We're in a union with SAG Afro.
Oh fuck yeah.
Boy, them union dudes be killer.
Bro, come on, man. You got to get on SAG. You ain't going to get no opportunities.
Hey, bro, they
without
about to
SAG.
tax your check so crazy.
Like,
oh yeah. It's about to be bad.
I mean, it's great to have a union, but goddamn, like fuck.
moving the background.
Oh my bad.
Swaying and shit.
I got motion.
All right, man. All right. No, Keenan, talk to us about the Weekend movie, because I know you saw that.
Hurry up tomorrow.
Okay, listen.
Wait.
Wait. Have you heard the album?
Yeah, I've heard the album.
What do you think about the album?
The album's great. It's a great send off to the character The Weeknd that Abel Tesfaye has even made. I love the world that he built with that album. I love the sonics,
trilogy.
and how it loops back to trilogy at the end. But God, this movie is so awful. This movie's boring as shit, bro. Look, The Weeknd.
How long was it?
It was an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, so a standard movie.
Yeah, it's a standard movie length, but The Weeknd, again, he's one of those dudes who feels like he's way more interesting as a person than he actually is. He's actually very boring to talk to and be around from what I see in this movie.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. I'm talking like I actually know this bro.
He's a really boring motherfucker when you meet him in person.
He's actually a piece of shit. Didn't tip when I dropped off his DoorDash.
Because
But we got to give him credit, though. We have to give The Weeknd credit. He's one of the only musicians to stand by his word and drop a movie alongside the album. I'm looking at you, Frank Ocean.
Gambino.
I'm looking at you at Gambino.
Hey, Gambino.
Okay.
Twice.
Whatever
you
happened,
gotta give.
Whatever happened to Gambino was crazy because he ain't never mentioned shit about that movie ever again.
Literally.
We haven't even.
Twice.
Well, we actually
He did
haven't
it
heard from him
twice.
again. I'm kind of like, what happened to him?
I mean,
but also, Frank Ocean is still said to be directing this movie. Like we haven't even seen a trailer yet, so who knows? He may be standing by his word.
Bro, hell no. And I don't believe that 3 albums are coming out next week.
No, that's a
Oh,
that was a lie.
that's a blatant.
That was
lie.
that was a worko. You gotta watch out for that now. You know how there's Kirko on Twitter? There's a worko.
I hate you
parody.
niggas. I hate you
Notice how
niggas.
none of these words are in the Quran.
Everything
All
you
the
just
Quran.
said was not in the Quran.
Bro, but who else? Tyler, the Creator. I'm looking at you.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
the Wolf album? Or where's the Wolf album
That-
movie?
He wants to shoot a movie so bad. I know
That's
he
a
does.
deep cut too.
Bro,
But
somebody needs to. Where's what was that dude's name? Wes Anderson. I feel like Tyler, the Creator's just been begging to
He
be
has.
in that aesthetic and be within that world.
Yeah.
Like he only casts white people. I've
He
never seen a
does.
black person in Wes Anderson's
same
movies.
with Tim Burton. Tim Burton.
yeah.
Tim Burton just blatantly like, I don't like black people in my movies.
He's like, I don't.
Them niggas don't look good. What nigga you know watch Tim Burton movies is what he said.
I don't like how the color on their.
I don't like what they be doing in movies. I don't like what they be saying.
But to be fair, he did cast Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent.
He did.
So
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah.
hey,
Did not know that.
got to give it up.
All right, so let me ask you this. So you say Sinners is movie of the year so far,
Yes.
and you say you can't see anything that's going to possibly be a better movie.
Better overall.
Better.
Yes.
Okay, better overall movie, right?
Yes.
Superman 2 is Superman's on the horizon,
Okay.
and he's coming in
Whoa.
hot. He's coming in so hot. Like I'm
Okay.
excited to see this movie, and I don't even fuck with Superman.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the exact same way. I've always been one of those people that feels like Superman is a boring character. Like he doesn't really have that much of a presence. Like he has all the powers. So like, what is he really? But I've been talking to some of my friends who are real Superman fans, and hearing what I've been hearing about this movie behind the scenes, I'm just like, there's going to be some passion behind this project. There's actually going to be love and heart and sweat and tears. If you don't know, James Gunn is a director from St. Louis, and I think it's rumored, but like I think it's pretty much confirmed. So he's going to make Superman from St. Louis this time around instead of Kansas.
See, that's why we're down like -50. Kansas City.
Tech 9, do something.
Save us, save us, Tech, save us.
Sleazy World, go, do something.
Do something.
This is
D-Walk.
your hey.
Fight back. D-Walk. Freak block. Need you. Freak block tails, man.
Come on, D-Walk, slime them out for us.
Ray Money, what can you do, man?
Nah,
Tell me.
Ray Money. You supposed to keep Superman in Kansas City. Mayor Q. What are you doing?
We arrested our last Superman we had.
Bro,
Man.
I promise to God, though, because in
You about to say some wild shit now.
in Man of Steel, I remember seeing Man of Steel night of, the
Yeah.
Thursday night of, when that nigga went out on the yard and he had that Royal shirt on. You would have thought,
Bro.
you would have thought we caught Osama bin Laden. Everybody in my theater stood up and was like,
You forget too, because he also had a Jayhawk
Yep,
shirt
that
on.
too.
Bro, everybody went crazy. You thought the president just came out.
for real, bro. So I promise to God, James Gunn. Hold on.
Hit that camera. So which camera am I gonna use?
James Gunn.
We got a rare.
He's coming.
We got a rare Nelson appearance. Here we go.
James Gunn, I swear to God. James Gunn. You put him in a Cardinals jersey or anything of the sort, I'm done with you, nigga.
I'm done with you, nigga.
No, it's all love. I'm super excited. For
Oh
the
yeah,
movie, though.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've never been this hyped for a Superman movie, ever.
Bro, and it's the fact that he has colors. He's fighting a kaiju in this movie.
Yeah.
I believe it's
Justice League International.
Yes, Justice League International, and oh my god, there's just so much. There's so much to be excited for with this movie. And David Cornsweet, I just feel like he could be the guy. He could be what Toby.
Is the lead actor?
Yes, lead actor of the movie. His name is David Cornsweet. Wild last name, I know, but he
Cornsweet.
I didn't believe in him until I saw that second trailer, though.
bro.
Yeah, the second trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
That second trailer was really.
They
good.
got some shit. I mean, the first one was still pretty good, dude, with him coming out the sky and shit.
Yeah, bro. And then they got Crypto the super dog, bro.
Yes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I am so excited for this shit, bro.
Bro.
And then even what we seen of the Fortress of Solitude, it's just like damn, like this.
Everything was considered.
This is a comic book movie.
Yes.
This is gonna take us back to what this shit really means, and that's just cool as shit. But
The worst thing that could happen with this movie, though, is if it comes out and everybody's just like, okay, it has to
be great.
hit. It
Yeah.
has to
It
be
has-
like, yes, I need to see this 3 more times.
Yeah, yeah. Also, but on top of that, Fantastic Four: First Steps is also a movie where I'm just like, sorry, excuse me. I'm just like, bro, if this Fantastic Four movie isn't good, Marvel is done. Like this is also a movie that has to be good. It has to be great.
Yeah.
Nah, June, we're from Kansas City.
Yes.
What's going on?
Shout-
He asked you guys from New York.
Nah,
I fuck with the Knicks, so I just told him put the garden in the back.
put the garden.
Put the
in
garden in the back because the Knicks
June, you
play
should
tonight.
subscribe.
Yeah, man, subscribe, man.
We'd love
Fuck
to
with
see you
us.
more, man.
Fuck with. It's actually Keenan's first time on the pod.
Hi.
He said we'd love to see you more. Like he gonna come back. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Here we go. Hold on. He had something.
What does it say?
This ain't about snitching. All these dudes try to sound like a gangster in their own stupid world and don't know the details. Oh yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of gang members aren't like the most intelligent,
Bro.
especially when it comes to street codes. And how
Especially
they
on the
operate.
West Coast. No.
Relax now.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, from Kansas City, Missouri.
Especially the people who wear orange and Kings merch. No, just joking. I'm just joking.
Nah, you relax.
Just joking. Just joking.
But yeah, we had that conversation earlier. It's just like, motherfuckers just rather be ignorant than admit what's the real problem here at fault, and that's Diddy.
I'm sorry. I see that June says Captain America sucks too. All right.
Hold on,
June. Let me tell you why you're
June,
fucking
what time
wrong,
is it?
dude.
7:45. Okay, you still with us, June?
I got
All
time
right.
for you today, man. Because saying that Captain America
All right,
sucks.
before you going on in with this rant, let me say I thought the same thing too. But then I watched the Marvel movies in order, and I realized Cap is actually really fucking tight. It's Tony Stark that sucks.
Yes.
Tony Stark is who I thought Captain America really was.
Tony Stark put a teenager inside of a civil war. Like, what are you doing?
And they made a movie about it.
This man hates children.
and then that said teenager died.
At least he
And
came
his
back.
auntie died too. It's all his
Hey,
fucking
I ain't gonna
fault.
lie, bro. I almost cried during that scene, bro. When his aunt, because I was thinking at that point, I was like, yo, I was thinking like how the other two Spider-Man, like their aunt died.
Yeah.
Like
their uncle
Tobey
died.
Maguire,
Their
not
uncle
Tobey,
died.
their uncle died.
Yeah.
Or you're right, yeah.
their
But
uncle
he
Ben.
didn't have an uncle.
No.
Like, he didn't have Uncle Ben.
Allegedly.
Didn't have one.
Yeah. So I was like, well, what's his tragic story? It was Aunt May dying. So I was like, oh shit.
This nigga has lost everything.
Thank God.
I thought that shit was just so cruel, bro.
And that's what we need in
How you gonna
Spider-Man.
kill Aunt May not of old age?
But look, bro, this is what
That was like the thing. It was like that's similar to Superman with his dad.
Oh,
Like
it
that
was-
was the one
oh.
person he couldn't save.
Oh,
you know what
dude,
I'm saying?
it's like it's because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Remember
Yeah.
when he saved Mary Jane or
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy,
Yeah.
and he was like
he
crying,
snapped her neck.
or he didn't save her.
No.
Nah.
But when he saved Zendaya's character in that movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he got emotional.
Yeah.
because like that was his trauma event.
Yeah.
was like because every Spider-Man has like their own traumatic event that
Yes.
causes them to be Spider-Man.
But that nigga had two.
The canon events.
His uncle died in that movie too.
Oh, you talking about Andrew Garfield's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Uncle Ben died in the first one, and then Gwen Stacy died in the second one.
But
Yeah, but
in his story,
in his story, yes, they both died.
They both died.
Yes, and
That-
that was his canon event. What was you about to say?
Is that not the same Gwen from the Spider-Verse, right?
No.
Okay, I just didn't know that.
Nah, that was Emma Stone, and then Haley Steinfeld is the one from the animated one. But to say that Captain America sucks is kind of crazy because one, Captain America has shown nothing less than being just a stand-up guy. He's showing that he is the ideal version of what we should strive to be as people. Like
As Americans.
Yeah.
not even as just Americans, but as just people. Like he's willing to put his life on the line to save the ones that he cares about the most.
You're right.
Like he believes in, just he believes in the little guys. He believes that people have a chance to be great. Like even though what was it? Falcon. Like beforehand, he was just, a war vet who was, helping other people out. But he was like, look, bro, I need your help. I need to stop my friend. I need you to help me, and I know that you can do it. And he got
believed in him and
Yes.
got that nigga his wings.
Yeah, he
Gave him
helped.
some Red Bull.
He helped him spread his wings and fly. Bro. This nigga, Captain America, is so great. He is seen by the gods as worthy. How does that signal to you? This dude sucks.
Yeah, and it's just like at the end of the day, like Captain America is not enamored with the Captain America persona. He's just like, I'm just a kid from Brooklyn,
Exactly.
and that's like that.
I'm a
really,
fighter.
That's really just sums up Captain America as a person. He's like just a kid from Brooklyn who wants to do the right thing, and you learn in Civil War that he learns that like, all right, maybe the government isn't always on the right side of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great
so
that's a great development in this character because then you see like, okay, he's not America first. He's just pro people first.
And that's why I kind of don't really like the new Captain America, because he was very much willing to just be like, yeah, I work for the government. Yeah, they gonna pay me, so it is what it is.
I gotta pay off this boat somehow.
No, for real. I'm like, the fuck?
Like nigga don't get a stipend or something. I thought this nigga had a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
No,
I think the sentiment of what Captain America has become, especially within the MCU, is kind of what James Gunn is pivoting Superman towards, where Superman's slogan was truth, justice, and the American way. And even with the trailers, like you can see that they're going to tap to the Middle East as a conflict as to where, hey, you're from Kansas. You're from small town Kansas, but you're not representing just America. You're representing everything.
And that's why I'm glad they changed his logo. It's not truth, justice, and American way. It's truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. But also,
That's fire.
Oh yeah. Also,
fire.
I
Hit
want
that bomb.
right. Hit that. Because
Say that one more time.
truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Fire.
Hey.
But also, I want to point out, I'm glad that we're talking about MCU Cap, because comic book Cap, like
Kind of sucks.
oh yeah, he's racist. Like he full on like beats up a foreigner. He's like, you think this A on my head stands for France?
Because France retreated.
Yeah. And then he's also racist to mutants. Like he's just I don't know why they'd be doing that to that boy.
Bro, people are hilarious, bro. They'll be racist towards mutants, niggas that were born genetically with superpowers, but love Spider-Man.
Well, that's because, and again, how would they know that Spider-Man isn't a mutant? But yeah, they're like, well, he was a mutate, he was bitten, like he's still like me. But with a mutant, they're like, oh, they were born like that.
Yeah.
They think they're better than me.
And 'cause, like,
I'll kill him.
Wasn't X-Men like based in Connecticut or something? Like their headquarters?
No, it's in New York.
Oh, it's in New York. Okay.
They're in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
What do they call it? The tri-state area?
Yeah.
They're like upstate New York.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
that's where they're from.
I always noticed they were always kind of more isolated from like the rest of New York.
Nigga, they had to be.
Yeah, they was gonna get
They're
shot.
still under segregation.
That's so, actually
bro.
that is funny. That bro, they treat X-Men like real mutants, but then everyone's superheroes.
Literally.
Yeah, like
Bro, they got more respect for the Hulk than they do Wolverine. Like that's really sick.
Wolverine can kill the beast.
Wolverine,
Wolverine can't die.
he doesn't remember how he got here. And y'all mad at him? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Why
It's
am I
crazy.
here?
He's a 150-year-old man with Alzheimer's, and y'all want to kill him.
Who doesn't age?
Bro, just tapping back into Superman real quick. I remember when that trailer dropped, they didn't even say the title of the movie. They just told you where to be.
Yeah.
That's
fire.
They just threw up the S and be like, "Hey, be here."
that's aura. Like
July 11th.
2026.
I'll see y'all.
I'll see y'all.
We'll call that
in them seats.
Bro, have you seen? I saw this tweet. You know the part in the trailer, the newest trailer, where Superman goes like, "Hey, buddy, up here."
Yeah.
It's like me when the guy comes into the stall or the urinal next to me and starts
Hey, buddy.
peeing. Hey, buddy.
Eyes up here.
Eyes up here.
Woo! Hey man, speaking of eyes
What's
up here,
up,
man, what do you think
Nelson?
about Boss Man D-Lo?
Man, I think that
Does it
people
matter
should-
to you? Let me ask you that. Does it matter to you?
No, I think people
Does
should
it
just-
change how you look at his music?
No, and I think that in the text, I thought he was very like I don't know. He didn't say anything too flagrant to where let's get this nigga out of here.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't say nothing like the baby said, where
Yeah.
we need to call in a council of people that you need to meet with regularly and donate half your check to like Boss Man D-Lo's like fan base. From what I see, will still show up for him.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
his music's just too undeniable for them to like. Nah, this is it.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
well-
only 1 minute, so if you're mad about it,
Yeah.
No, for neck game on Bling. What was it? Neck piece on Bling Bow. Wrist game on Blizzo, baby.
Blizzo, baby.
Blizzo baby.
I'm showing up. Like,
Shit, I'm Blizzo baby.
He said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in front row at that show." Don't you?
Man, for real. No, but honestly, dude, this shit will blow over. Honestly,
If it
in
didn't,
my-
if it didn't, I think. Well, I don't know. I guess their fan base are two different things. I'd say Boss Man D-Lo's fan base is probably more like hood demographic, hood dudes. Where
Yeah.
I was gonna say Isaiah Rashad, but
Hustlers.
hustlers. Let's put it like that,
Hustlers.
hustlers. Whereas Isaiah Rashad's is maybe not in the same demographic of people. So I think
No.
Isaiah Rashad's demographic of fan base is more wide and has more variety to where they're more willing to accept that.
Yeah.
I'm just curious since Boss Man D-Lo's is more like hustlers.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how they're gonna respond to it. 'Cause
I mean,
now, personally, I don't listen to Boss Man D-Lo outside of what I hear on the radio.
Yeah.
And I like it what I hear.
Yeah.
But this doesn't really impact. I don't really care if artists are gay.
No.
It doesn't really impact me. If the music's still the same, cool.
it's a humiliation ritual.
It's a what?
Humiliation ritual.
Oh, was
I had a little stroke there.
it was a little rush.
out of my face this morning.
Ah, shit. The put him up. Bro turns into Bill Cosby.
Put the fries in the pan.
But yeah, man, let
You
Boss.
say a pudding pup? I just
I
got
heard him put him up.
all right.
Like
what-
yeah, let Boss Man D-Lo just be him, man. Like
or tell that to Boss Man D-Lo.
yeah, just be you,
It
man.
don't matter.
Like it don't
Hey,
really
bro.
matter. It don't really. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Honestly,
matter.
but this is happening at a perfect time though. Pride Month is like next week, so like, if you want to come out, bro, like,
I mean,
do you
hey,
think? If not, I'm not still. Hey,
We
first
still
game
don't-
on Blizzo, baby.
Your wrist is still on Blizzo, baby. So, if
So
all
you
else fails,
can't lose. Just
Bling blow.
Just show the ice.
are you gay?
Diamonds dancing. All right.
Shit, man.
Anything else we need to touch on before we get up out of your pause?
Quick question. So I.
Be yourself. Pause.
For real. So I was thinking about the XXL freshman list, right? How it's next year, how it's coming up this year, but next year, like, is the anniversary of like the XXL freshman cipher from 2016. Do y'all
Bring
think
out the senior class.
should right? Hey, but should they do a reunion though?
I mean, I would love to see a reunion like that, but it would just it's too many moving parts now. Like all those guys are just like, at a point in their life or point in their careers where they probably don't even need that look.
I mean,
I don't think there's enough camaraderie, I should say, in hip hop, especially just with freshman classes and stuff. Because I think as the years went on, like the freshman classes were cool with each other, but like they ain't like buddy by any means.
I don't think they got a group chat or nothing. no.
Yeah, so I think that's just one of the things where it was cool in the moment when they all did it the first time, but I don't think any of them are fiending to go back and reunite. I mean, 2016 would be cool just because that was a great class, but I just think they're all in their own worlds now to where it'd be difficult.
Yeah, that's fair,
But I'd like to see a reunion of 2013.
bro.
Or even the Nipsey, I think it's 2011 when it had Nipsey, Wiz Khalifa, Freddie Gibbs, J. Cole, all of them.
low key.
Like that'd be cool to see a reunite. And Nipsey also was in that one too.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But yeah, I think the older ones would be really cool to see. But I can't see everyone get on the same page for that.
Yeah, especially like Kodak, Dave East, and like was it Lil Uzi? Like they just seem.
Getting Little Uzi anywhere on time is a challenge. in
It's
itself.
very fucking hard.
Kodak.
Bro,
Kodak, yeah. How's he gonna show up?
Literally, bro.
eating wings on the floor.
Like David Hasselhoff. Oh shit! Didn't even.
Free my man's.
Man, free him.
Yeah, free
real.
that spirit. But yeah. And
Gotta
like-
get that spirit up out of him.
Yeah, man. Release him! Release him! It's me!
Bro.
All right, man.
All right, man. But
What we doing?
I think hour and a half's a good mark to end it.
Before we get out of
Yeah,
here,
shout out to
bro,
everybody. Hey, if you're still watching, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You know, fuck with us. We stream once a week, every Sunday. We try to do it around the afternoon. Sometimes, time limits and restrictions. People got shit to do, so we push it back a little bit. So this is kind of a rare pod in the evening, but for the most part, we do them in the afternoons on Sundays. So tap in, like, subscribe. We got more shit, more dope shit on the way.
Yep. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that. Keeno Reno. It's KEENO_REENO. But yeah, I do movie reviews and I do a bunch of other TikToks. Sometimes I make music, sometimes I don't. But yeah, man, I definitely do movie and anime reviews all the time. So if you're into that thing, give me a follow.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck with them.
And if you're fucking with Keeno on the pod, no, just joking. You're not replacing anybody. All right.
And before we go, we announced today, as you guys see right here on the bar, we're having our 7-year anniversary as the Yada Yada. We're going to have a big brunch party at 1219 Union Ave next Sunday, June 1st. 12 to 3 p.m. It's going to be a nice little brunch get together. We're going to have breakfast burritos. We're going to have mimosas. I'm DJing alongside Sammy Sheets, so you know the music's going to be fire. We're going to have brand new Yada Yada merch. Tickets are $10 on the pre-sale. $20 VIP. You get a Yada Yada care package plus a free burrito and mimosa, so it's a good deal. So tap in with us.
QR code.
Scan the QR code. Get your ticket now. Come party with us next Sunday. High Groovin' Studios, June 1st, 12 to 3. Yada Yada party, baby. Nothing like it. So make sure you tap in. Keeno, thank you for coming through today, brother.
Thank you so much for
came
having
in,
me.
You got a great pod, man.
Yeah, hey man, I'm glad to be here.
He
man.
might put you over there where Andre is.
Oh,
He
hell
might replace me.
Everybody's replacing Andre.
Goddamn.
No, he came in a little too hot when Joe was trying to do the intro. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Joe's part.
We have a system, Keeno. Nah, it's all good.
There's order in here.
Before we get
Yeah.
out of here, there is one last thing we need to do.
What do we got to do?
What's up?
You see that? You see that confetti?
Confetti. All right, y'all. It's time for our annual podcast MVP. And I think somehow, some way, I don't know how we did it, but I think he just ran it up for a 4th time. Ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian is the podcast MVP once again. Woo!
Yeah.
Running it up, baby. There's no yada yada without Sebastian running the boards on the audio. We got Andre on the camera. Dream team right here.
Let's go.
Real dream team shit. So till next week, y'all. Episode 126. We wrapped it up. It's the Yada Yada Podcast. Till next time. The Kid Joe, Cornell, Keeno, Nelso, Sebastian. We out.
Peace.